WWE's PLE for 131-26 Royal Rumble. And man, tonight, whoo.
Yeah, no, right? Hell of a day. Hell of a day. This Royal Rumble was off the chain. I gotta admit though, some of the things that happened were total swerves, and other things were entirely predictable. So there is a fine line there, and I guess we're gonna cross over it a few times, guys. Chat, how's everybody doing? Welcome in. Good to see y'all. Let's.
I think we're back, man.
Mark, man, welcome in. Rage, good to see you. Dark Tree, Dallas, good to see you guys. This came from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, as everyone knows, right? The match they opened up with, okay, was the women's Royal Rumble. We were expecting all kinds of different spots. We were all expecting all kinds of surprise entrants. We didn't really get that much as far as surprises go in the women's Rumble. However, Charlotte and Alexa and their frenemies thing, they started this in entrant number 1 and 2, and they played with
I
each
think
other
we're
for
back, man.
Caladon, good evening, great to see you. They
Good
played with
evening.
each other for a minute, and they made it look like that they were going to actually go back and forth and throw down, but in the end they didn't. Alexa hopped on Charlotte's shoulders while they waited for number 3. Now we didn't take everything down, obviously. We're not going to list each entrant as they came out. You guys know who was there or you don't. The big thing was there were several good spots.
I think
Maxine
we're
and Natty and
back,
Becky.
man.
What's up, Corey?
Corey, good to see you, my friend. Welcome in. Maxine, Natty, and Becky had a little trifecta going. At one point, all 3 women of the Judgment Day were in the ring and managed to hold their own and work together as a cohesive unit. There were absolutely no surprises in the first 6/7 of this match. 6/7.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's a thing. Kairi Sane accidentally eliminated Asuka. Brie Bella was the only real surprise, and she was at 20. Yeah, rigged is right. Brie Bella was at 29. So let's be honest. Can we stop here for a second and talk about the Bella Twins and that twin magic? Not a fan. Maybe 20 years ago, but now in current WWE, no thank you. What do you think? What do you think?
I like that Bree came back. I hope it's just kind of a one and done thing, though. I don't know. The Bella Twins, like, there was no point. There's so many other talents that could have had those 2 spots in this match. So I'm just disappointed that they let that happen.
Caladon makes a good point there. I can't disagree with that. A 2 out of 5 from Dark Tree for the women's rumble, and you know what? Right there with you. It wasn't that good. Again, only a couple of good spots. The final 4 was Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Sol Ruca, and Tiffany Stratton. 2, I think we both called 2 of those. So, that's 2 points each there. However, the winner, after betraying her Judgment Day buddy, so Ruka's not a bad pick, by the way, Caladon. 1 out of 5 by Caladon as well. Sol Ruca is excellent. She did excellent. The double soul snatcher looked good. Snow. I got snow on the brain. The winner was Liv Morgan, though. She ended up betraying her faction buddy in Raquel Rodriguez to secure herself a main event title shot at WrestleMania. And it was a great image of her pointing at the sign. That was the highlight. That was the main highlight of this match. What did you think, Buddha, of the Royal Rumble? Yeah, agreed, Dark Tree. Not wrong. I am not a Lash Legend fan. What did you think of the Royal Rumble and how it came off?
They could have done a lot better. That's for sure.
Okay.
Not complaining about the winner. Like I've said in previous shows, I did read that this is the year Liv Morgan. So what better way to start it than to have her win the Royal Rumble? My question to you is, who do you feel she goes after?
Oh, that is an interesting question because we've got, who's our champions right now? We've got Stephanie
Vaquer and Jade Cargill.
Jade Cargill. It's not going to be Jade. It'll be Stephanie. I feel like she sticks with the Raw branding. And Dallas, you're not wrong. Buddha should be the CEO of WWE. He normally wins these little competitions we have. By the way, guys, if you didn't notice, at the top of the chat, there is a pinned chat. That link will lead you directly to the stage in the Doobie Den. You're welcome to come up, although Buddha needs to bring his butt up top.
Oh shit! I'm not even there.
Yeah, you are. I moved you there, but you didn't. You need to come up. The other thing is, Buddha, like Liv Morgan it's no surprise that she's going into 2026 on a roll after she missed so much of 2025.
That's
so
true.
I really I'm in agreement with you. I see Liv Morgan moving forward in 2026 and being a top tier champion, maybe even our first
I think we're
double crown
back,
jewel
man.
champion. Welcome in,
Viper,
Viper.
what's
Good
going on?
evening. How the devil are you? Sorry, it's a thing. But that's all I got for the Women's Royal Rumble. Do you want to take us into the next match?
Sure. Match number 2 is the Gunther versus AJ Styles match. If AJ loses, he is to retire from WWE. The beginning of this match was very slow and methodical, with both men attempting to soften up the other. AJ's forearm ended up busting open in the early going after a backbody drop onto the announce table. AJ was continuously working on the vertical base of the ring general. There were several transitions here, back and forth and over again, from calf crushers to sleeper holds. In the end, though, AJ passed out to the sleeper hold match, ended via referee stoppage. So after the match, and he got himself back in order, he stood in the middle of the ring and he took his gloves off, only to put them back on and do his taunt, which shows the P1, and then come up on the apron and do the 2 sweet. So I think he's done in WWE, but I do feel as though, like Caledon was saying last night, he goes back over to TNA and probably actually finishes his career there.
Dark Tree said the same thing. I honestly,
Darktree did say the same thing.
guys, I didn't want to believe it. Okay, AJ has been a staple in WWE for the past 10 years. SmackDown is the house that AJ Styles built. Like, this is something we've, and you're right, Caledon. The match was boring. Gunther
Agreed.
is huge. AJ will finish. Yep. Well, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think he'll go to
something.
AEW, man.
That would be something, Sweets. I don't know.
But
I don't know.
I mean, wilder things have happened. I mean, look at Tommaso Ciampa. He just straight went to fucking All Elite right after. So I mean, not going to say it's. I mean, they basically just done a switcheroo there. I will get to that in the men's here in a little bit, but a man made his debut tonight that just came from AEW, just like Ciampa just left WWE to go to AEW. So
and we'll get to that in just a moment.
Feels like that was a fair switch.
I agree with you guys. This match was kind of boring. I was devastated because, again, I'm not ready to see AJ hang up the gloves, and that's just my opinion. Whatever you guys, AJ has a backstage role ready in the works for TNA, and he probably does. He does.
That's cool.
I would
good.
about guarantee it. Not enough cowbell. Well, there's never enough cowbell, Dallas. Match number 3 was the WWE Championship. It was Drew McIntyre taking on Sami Zayn. This match was horrible. I'm just going to flat out say it. This was awful. Sami Zayn was really played out the underdog story, right? Drew begins this match dominating. Sami was favoring his back the whole time.
Negative 1 of 5 stars, Dark Tree said.
I can kind of agree with that. The Rumbles are the highlights of these shows.
Yeah.
Sami was favoring his back the whole time. In the end, Sami Zayn could not keep up with Drew. Claymore for the victory and the retention of the title. Sami's undefeated streak in Saudi Arabia has now come to an end. Your thoughts?
This was honestly the crappiest match of the night. Like, I guess my question, and chat, please feel free to answer this. My question would be, why do this tourney and have him go through all that? And I'm sorry, it felt like he basically got squashed in this match. So why have him go through all that? Go through all those big name wrestlers that he did, just to get squashed in the in the semi-main event of Royal Rumble?
Because it was Saudi Arabia. That's why.
It was the hometown thing. Yeah. Caldon says Sami Zayn should get a title run for his contributions, but this was not the way to do it. He was sacrificed on the altar of political correctness because of Sami's religion. He was never going to win in Saudi. You know, I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you, Caledon. Dark Tree says, once again, I will say the fact that it was in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, and it was. Like the fact that he went from hometown to the religion that he practices, and it was the hometown, the whole hero feel on both parts is a lot of the reason I feel as though he won it. But I do feel as though they could have gave it to somebody a little more deserving than Sami Zayn.
Sure. I don't like Drew holding the title. And there is something to be said, and you're not wrong, Dark Tree. There's a lot of people that agree with you, and I'm not a fan of the Saudi Arabia stuff either. But it does bring in money. It brings in income, and it's the same thing we say about Scopely. These companies need to make money. Okay, not to compare the two, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Blood money and Galadon. Take us into the Rumble, Cuzzo.
All right, guys. The main event was the Men's Royal Rumble. Obafemi and Braun Breaker start. Braun Breaker was immediately attacked by a masked figure, thrown out of the ring, thrown into the ring, and then eliminated by Femi. Obafemi stood by himself in the ring for the first bit of the Rumble. Like, I think at most like 3 people got in, and then he eliminated everybody back out. He had like 5 of the first 7 eliminations, I think. Our first surprise of the night was Mr. Iguana. Dumb. He's got an iguana. Exactly. Lame. Chad Gable makes his return as the original El Grande Americano. Powerhouse Hobbs, a.k.a. Royce Keys, makes his debut. That is the AEW star that came over to WWE. Surprise entry from La Parka. LA Knight makes his return tonight. Cody was eliminated by Drew McIntyre via Claymore. Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Gunther, and Logan Paul were your final 4. Royce Keys, random name generator 101. Yes. Yes, Caldon. Yes.
That's this way.
A100. A100. Rusev is in a worse position now than he was in AEW. What was the point of him coming back? He wanted to be with the bigger name company. As bad as I hate to say that's what he wanted. He wanted to be with the bigger name company, and they gave it to him, and then he just went into obscurity.
Yeah, he's like a whatnot that you put up on the shelf and you dust it off every 6 months and then you put it back.
Yep. The winner of the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble, guys, is Roman Reigns. So let me ask you something. Reigns wins, which he if nobody was watching last night, Hat got that right. Hat did get that right. So that's +5 just for him getting that right. He won tonight for sure. So, but the question I have is, and we asked this earlier with the women's, so now I'm going to ask you with the men's. Who does he go after? Does he go after CM Punk? Or does he go after, who's the other champion? Drew McIntyre.
Okay, now let me address Dark Tree's comment here at the same time, okay? Dark Tree in chat says, my question is, who will beat Drew for the title before Mania? Because no way he goes into WrestleMania as the champ. You're not wrong. I agree with that. I think that Roman Reigns goes after
What's up, Vinny? How you doing?
Punk. Hello, Vinny.
You think he goes after CM Punk?
100%. Why, might you ask? Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because Drew McIntyre is going to get beat by Cody Rhodes in the next couple of months. And let's not forget Chamber. If Drew does go to Mania as champion, that's for sure a Cody match. Like, I'm telling you now, Cody Rhodes will win your Elimination Chamber. You know why? Because he's the face of the company.
Yep. So he's basically doing like a Cena thing.
Why not?
Why not? In hindsight, I guess is the best way to word it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Caladon says, or someone else has the title after Elimination Chamber. Cody. Yeah. I feel as though Cody would be the one to take it back. There was no point for Drew to come out there and Claymore Rhodes if they wasn't going to continue that story. So, yeah, I guess you're right. He would go after Punk because they will continue that story, and that'll probably lead to Mania.
Listen, Cody and Roman,
3, no matter what, at some point this year.
Where we're at right now, let me say this. There is no possible way, barring some sort of random freakness that they do between now and then, there is no possible way we get Cody Roman 3 at Mania. None. Roman just secured his title shot for Mania. The only way it's Cody Roman 3 is if Cody gets the title beforehand. And let's be honest, he cannot just challenge Drew McIntyre. That was in the stipulation of the 3 stages of hell. So, how does he get there? Chamber is the only way. And He might go after CM Punk. Sure, that's a possibility, but that would require him to switch brands.
Right.
Don't
Big
think
Sweet
that that's
says
going to
Cody
happen.
will definitely take it at Elimination Chamber, but it'll come down to a triple threat. There will be some kind of BS in their match to where Cody won't win clean, then Mania 1v1v1. So your other person that you're probably looking at there, Big Sweets, bub, is Jacob Fatu. I would almost guarantee that.
Did we even talk about the start of this match? Because let's go back for a minute, because I know you mentioned it in the notes, but let's rewind for a second. The masked figure, and they do this so many times. This happens all the time with WWE. It's like DQ Stips. Seth Rollins, okay? This is Seth Rollins, and it's written all over it. I have to strongly say that somehow, some way, we get Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker at Mania.
Definitely.
Mania.
Definitely.
You
Dark
don't
Tree
think it was
says he
Seth?
disagrees. It wasn't Seth. Who do you think it was? I'm gonna say it was Austin Theory.
That's a good shot.
Yeah,
Caledon.
I want to see that, Caledon, for sure.
You think it was who? AP?
AP? Adam
Who's
Pearce?
AP? No, that would be great though. Pretty sure he had a beard. That would be though, great. Man. I don't think it was Adam Pearce.
Yeah, I don't think it was either, because I did see some facial hair. So
I will say this: you have been right, and I have been wrong before in the past. So hey, anything can happen. Anything goes. I'm not going to sit here. Buddha's not going to sit here too and claim that we know absolutely everything. We take what we watch, we take what we know from the business, and we try to put it together. That's what we do. What you guys do is bring in your thoughts, your ideas, and I love it. This is the weekly show where you can come on and say, hey guys, this is what I think's happening. Even if it's outlandish, I want to hear your thoughts. I want to know what you have to say. Buddha wants to know what you have to say.
Indeed.
Hands down. I think the threat of FOFA from Paul in the pre-show was the last straw. You know, it might have been. Let me say this. I think that Paul Heyman's coming close to the end of his career as well. He's only been in the business since the 80s, which is a solid 40, almost 50 years. I would love to see Paul get some sort of send-off, but it's going to require him to have some sort of physical interaction. I love Paul Heyman. I've always been a fan of, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. I love that. I have always loved that. He is a great mouthpiece, but that's all he is. He runs his mouth. He's trash talk. He is a plot device. Period. Now. That's what he is now. That's it. That's all I got. That's all. Overall, Buddha, and let's get...
Could it have also been someone from ECW?
Like someone way back when? Maybe, but the odds are, like, in truth, the odds all are, Dark Tree, is and I know you disagree with me, and I love you anyway, but I still think it's Seth Rollins. He's the only one that really has,
like his mannerisms and his gestures during that really like toned it to be Seth Rollins, because it really did. Like the way the stomp was done was the way that Seth usually sells the stomp.
I was going to say, did you see the way he hopped over the barricade?
Yeah. So like, based on stature and mannerisms, it could have been Balor too. It could have been, but he's really been after Punk here in the last little bit. Overall, the show was a 2. It was bad. Liv winning is fine. Roman winning is fine. Wonder Bread is fine. Maybe I just think it was Seth. He would have shown himself. I was kind of hoping that he would. Truthfully, like I was really hoping they would just go ahead and unmask him. There was really no point. Like he done what he was supposed to do, and that was attack Braun, get him eliminated. So once that happened, honestly and truthfully, they should have just went ahead and unmasked him, let it be Seth laughing at him, and then get out of there while he could.
Let me ask this. Let me ask this final question. Overall, I know Caledon's give his number in the chat. Chat, this is for you too. On a scale of 1 to 5, what do you rate this event? I'm going 3.5 because the Rumbles were good. The other
The
two
Rumbles
matches
were
sucked
good.
ass, but the
Yes.
Rumbles were good.
Dark
2
Tree
for
says
Dark Tree.
2. Caledon says 2. I'm with you. I say 3.5. Sweets, what do you got in here? Give us a number if you're still here. Becky has said she's done soon. I'm assuming Seth isn't far behind. He probably got another year. You're probably not wrong, Caledon. I know in Unreal, 1.5 from Big Sweets. The Rumble was even lackluster. Ooh. I know in Unreal, Becky said that this was the last contract she was doing. So, that kind of answers that question for everybody. I
Hobbs
thought
was
that
really
the
the only
men's
surprise,
Rumble
you're right.
was better choreographed than the women's Rumble. There was a lot of slip ups and a lot of mess ups in the women's Rumble. But overall, I still have to say 3.5. Hat wins today because he picked the winner of the men's Rumble. Neither one of us got the women's Rumble. We did get her in the final 4, but we didn't have her winning. So we get like 1 point for that. So what's the final point total today?
I mean, based off of what we said plus chat, it's a total of 3. Oh, you mean
Okay.
I'm sorry, you mean on the predictions?
Yeah.
If
Well,
you're
Hat
giving
said
me
last
5
night.
points.
Oh, Hat did say Liv would win last night.
No, I didn't. I said Tiffany Stratton.
Apparently you did. Yeah, I think everybody went Stratton last night.
Now, hold on. I'm pulling up the notes. Hold on. Let me pull it back up. Carry on, though, with your conversation. Yeah, I got myself marked as Liv. We both said Liv was going to be in it, but we both called Tiffany Stratton. I've got it marked down on our board. If you're giving me 5 points for Roman, you had nobody in the final 4. I had 2.
Nope.
So,
no problem, Dark Tree.
Plus your Gunther. We both lost on Sammy. 2 for you. 4 for you?
Yeah. I'll take 4. And you got like 9.
Yeah.
Because the only thing we did differed in, we had the same equal parts in the first one. The only thing we differed in is I said Gunther would win, you said AJ would win. But you got the Rumble right.
I'm so heartbroken over that, man. AJ Styles had so much time.
Yes, I agree, Dark Tree. Big disappointment that we didn't get to see KO. Caledon says, no, there was no drama. Men's Rumble had a ton of botches too. Very little surprises outside of Hobbs. I don't count Iguana as a surprise or the 4th version of La Parka. That's fair. As a matter of fact, when they came out, you can ask Kat. I said the same thing twice, and I said, why?
Yeah.
They didn't need to be part of that. There was no reason for Iguana or the Parka to either one be a part of that.
Shout out to Ollie Davis and Wrestle Talk because it's Mr. Iguana. He's got an iguana. Sorry, I just had to get that in.
It's an iguana.
Oh shit! Listen. You guys are right. This was lackluster. It was very meh. And if this is supposed to be a big event, it's supposed to be the beginning of the road to WrestleMania.
Agreed.
I honestly am disappointed with the start. Let's see what Chamber brings to Monday night. We're going to have an amazing Raw, hopefully, fingers crossed. I really want to see what comes down the path from this point
I want to see Iguana versus Cobra versus Socko.
I mean,
Caledon, that would be wild. That would be wild. Yeah, I think Socko would win.
Any final
Cobra
thoughts?
Kills the iguana and then Socko suffocates Cobra. That's what I'm gonna say.
Dark Tree, I agree. There are some ups and there are some downs. There has been more downs recently. So,
but they're picking up the card for Mania. Mania is going to have 2 nights worth of matches, so we're probably looking at 10 to 12, probably, give or take.
Fingers crossed.
So, Yeah, fingers crossed, because that really needs to happen. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this recap of WWE's Royal Rumble. Congratulations to the winners tonight. It was a lot of heels winning with one face. Roman is the only face that won tonight. Everybody else was a heel.
And he's a tweener.
Yeah, he is a tweener. But guys, we will be live again on Friday night, 11:15 Eastern Standard Time, with a recap of Raw, SmackDown, and any wrestling news that goes on during the week. We
Khaled,
thank
I
you
don't
all
like
for
what you
coming
did
on to
there.
watch this show. What did he say? My cheap AEW
MJF
pop, Kenny Omega is
is in
chasing
trouble.
the title. MJF is in trouble.
I love that. I love that.
That's pretty solid.
Hopefully.
But you got
hopefully
any final thoughts there, buddy?
No, guys. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Thank you for showing up and putting out, man. We definitely appreciate having each and every one of you here. There is some things happening in the next couple of weeks. I should by the not next weekend, but the weekend after, I should be back to normal schedule. Maybe we'll see. I've got to figure out some rough edges still. But when are you going live again, Buddha? I know you haven't been streaming for a minute either.
I'm chilling. Like, we're just doing the reviews, and I'm good for now.
Okay, all right. Didn't
Like,
know.
it's just kind of how we're going.
We hadn't talked about it, so.
Anyway, guys, again, we want to thank you all for coming on. If you're watching this on video on demand, make sure that you leave a comment and let us know what you thought of tonight's event. And if you're watching this on the podcast, thank you very much for being on with us. Anyway, guys, until Friday night, we will catch you guys on the flip side. Later. Peace out.
Frosty, y'all.